NC!
Welcome to another special edition of the Next Game Primer for the Wisconsin Clash on Saturday night here in the Bryce Jordan Center. We're joined by Talor Battle and a few members of the Nittany Nation. Talor, let's talk about your play against ranked opponents. You've had 16 straight games of double-digit point totals against ranked teams. What is it about playing a ranked team that allows you to step up your game?
When you play a team, who's good and ranked, that automatically brings the best out of everyone, and it gets you that much more excited. And for your team to have a good chance, you got to be prepared to play, you got to be ready to lead your guys. And I take a lot of pride in making sure I'm ready to play and, leading my group and as a senior, making sure everyone else is ready to play.
How much did you learn about your team, yourself and the rest of the team last week at those two hostile environments on the road? You had a lot of guys step up with big shots and played well.
No, we definitely played well, but we're still disappointed. We didn't go in there by no means to play close games. We wanted to win, we believed we could win. So we were disappointed with loss, but at the same time, we gained a lot of things out of that. A lot of guys play with a lot of confidence, and I think if they continue to play like that, as a group, we'll do well throughout the rest of the 15th season.
When they're playing at a high level like that, how much pressure does that take off of you?
It takes a lot of pressure off me. The funny thing is, in those two games, I still didn't shoot the ball particularly well. Had I done that, we may be 2-0 in those last two games. So I credit the guys, for really keeping us in there, and hopefully I can get, my shot going, and then, we'll be that much of a better team.
How important is it to have these guys behind us here, behind you at a home game?
Great. They do a great job. And they're our sixth man. When we need a little push and a little pull, they give it to us, and we're definitely grateful for that, and hopefully they continue that, in the remaining games we have here at home.
All right, Talor, we greatly appreciate your time. Thanks for stopping by and talking to us.
Thanks for having me.
Well, we're joined with Coach Dan Earl for Next Game Primer leading up to the Wisconsin game. Coach, we've obviously got a few additional visitors with us today. Can you talk about them a little bit briefly? A big game on Saturday against a ranked team. How much of a role do they really play in the game?
Yeah, they're a huge role in the game. We need all the help we can get, and having a great home crowd and fans that are enthusiastic definitely helps us, and hopefully it'll help the calls for us as well. So we appreciate their help.
All right, let's get into the Wisconsin Badgers. 15-4 team, 5-2 in the Big Ten. They have the week off leading up to Saturday's game. You got to start their scouting report with John Lord. Talk about the type of player he is and what he brings to the table. Yeah,
John Lord's a tremendous player. He's a senior now. He's 6'10", very long, very active player. He can do things both inside and out. So he's a tough matchup because he's so long. He can post up. He turns both shoulders, can score a variety of ways in the post, but then can step out and hit some threes and hit them with deep range. So can also put the ball on the floor to a pull-up jumper or drive the ball. So very tough matchup, and he's playing extremely well for them.
Jordan Talor, also another veteran player that's been around with the Badgers for a number of years, averaging 17 points a game. What type of player is he? Yeah,
Jordan is a great basketball player, and that's the best compliment I can give. Does everything, a little bit of everything. A tremendous assist-to-turnover ratio, so he takes care of the ball very well. A great defender. Is scoring the ball very well this year. I think he's averaging around 18 points a game. He's shooting the three much better than he has in the past. Can also drive the ball to the hole, and is a strong, tough kid, so he finishes around the basket very well as well.
Moving to Josh Gasser, a kid that just is coming off of a triple-double for the Badgers, freshman guard. Describe his play.
Yeah, and in fact, when I saw that, it was somewhat surprising. First, my understanding is first Badger to have a triple-double, and nonetheless by a freshman. So a very good player, another good basketball player, does a little bit of everything, affects the game in a variety of ways. He can drive the ball, he can shoot the ball from the perimeter as well, and another good defender and hard-nosed player.
Describe a little bit the tempo that a Bo Ryan team likes to play at.
Yeah, that's a good question. Different teams in the Big Ten obviously play different styles, and Coach Ryan has always had a style which is a little bit slower. They take care of the ball very well, and they run what they call the swing offense. They kind of move the ball and very good shot fakes, pass fakes, move the ball very well, get the ball inside, but they have tremendous shooters as well. Usually all five guys on the court can shoot the ball. But they do play at a slower pace typically. They're going to walk the ball up on makes usually, and then they'll run a little bit on turnovers and misses, but it's a slower pace game.
With that being said, how critical are your possessions on offense to get points out of them?
Yeah, super critical. You know, we do want to push the ball when we have the opportunities, and if we can get some easy buckets, push in transition, absolutely. But what you can't do is get a turnover or a defensive rebound, push it in transition and take a crazy shot, because then you're coming back down on the other end, and they could use the whole shot clock with no problem, use 30 seconds, 35 seconds of their shot clock. So you get into a frustrating game, if you will. So you have to be very smart with pushing, knowing when to push, and what's a good shot and what's not. So that'll be a big key for us.
A couple keys to the game on Saturday.
Yeah, I mean, I think playing defense, you know, again, they will use the whole shot clock. So playing defense for the full 35 seconds will be huge. And they constantly shoot at the end of the shot clock. So you've got to be prepared to do that. Containing number 11, which is Jordan Talor, who we spoke about earlier. He's playing very well. John Lohr is also playing well. They have a bunch of shooters, so we have to contest all shots. And then rebounding. You know, we've had a lot of close games recently because we've been, part of the reason is because we've been able to rebound the ball, and that'll continue to be a key for us going into the Wisconsin game.
All right, Coach, we greatly appreciate your time. Best of luck against the Badgers.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Joined by Evan Smith, member of the Nittany Nation. Evan, thanks for stopping by and talking to us. Let's talk a little about what type of game preparation your group does leading up to a big game like Saturday's against Wisconsin.
Saturday's a big game. You know, the ranked opponent, another good opportunity to build the resume. As a group, you know, we try to do weekly meetings. We try to come up with different cheers and variations of stuff for the specific games. Obviously, Saturday's a coaches versus cancer game, so we're very excited for that. But you know, in the end, it's all about the excitement and bringing the energy to the BJC.
Talk about your headband that you're wearing there. The band's together, Coaches versus Cancer. All you guys are wearing that to support Coaches versus Cancer on Saturday against Wisconsin.
Absolutely. Coach versus Cancer is a great thing, CVC, that they do every year. It was 3 years ago. We upset Michigan State, a ranked team, in a Coach versus Cancer game. We're looking forward to do a similar thing to a ranked team with Wisconsin this Saturday.
Talor Battle obviously was just here to talk to us about how important you guys are. So let's hope that the group reciprocates his demand, and let's have a good day on Saturday.
Sounds like a plan. Let's get a win.
Thanks for stopping by and talking to us.
Anytime.